All right, everybody, get ready because today we're taking a deep dive into some news that's got the tech world buzzing.
Yeah, some major ripples coming out of Salesforce.
Not just their latest product, but a move they're making that could change the way we think about data protection.
What's really interesting is that their recent earnings report, well, it wasn't exactly what analysts were hoping for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, missed revenue projections, and their future guidance had some people raising eyebrows for sure.
So the stock took a hit.
It did, but I think the real story isn't in those numbers.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. What's really happening over there at Salesforce?
They're going all in on AI,
Interesting.
big time, and the focus is on their new product, Agentforce.
Agentforce.
Yeah, imagine this, an AI assistant that can not only answer your team's questions, but can actually automate entire tasks.
Wow. So it's like having a digital workforce that's constantly learning and improving.
You got a tireless and efficient.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But how does this connect back to their financial performance?
It seems like a risky bet.
Especially when their core business isn't exactly hitting it out of the park right now.
I think Salesforce is making a statement. They're saying, we see the future, and it's powered by AI. They're willing to invest heavily now, even if it means a dip in short-term profits.
Because they believe this technology is going to be game-changing.
Exactly, for businesses of all sizes.
And, to handle all this new AI data, you're going to need the right infrastructure to support it.
Absolutely.
And that's where our sponsor Stonefly comes in.
Oh, they're the experts in data storage, backup, and disaster recovery solutions.
They really understand that in today's world, data is the lifeblood of any organization.
It's essential.
And Stonefly's solutions are designed to protect that data no matter what challenges come your way.
You're talking natural disasters, cyber attacks, even just plain human error.
They've got you covered.
Keeping your data secure, accessible, ready to power your business forward.
Now back to Agentforce for a moment.
Sure.
Is this just another tool for sales teams, or is Salesforce thinking bigger?
Oh, they're thinking much bigger. Okay. Salesforce envisions Agentforce as a platform that could touch every part of an organization.
Wow.
From HR to IT services, even finance.
So it's not just about closing deals anymore.
Not at all. It's about automating processes, gaining insights, making better decisions across the board.
That's a bold vision.
It is.
And it raises some really important questions about data protection.
For sure.
If AI is going to be handling sensitive information in so many different departments, how do we make sure it's doing so responsibly?
And securely.
That's the million-dollar question, right?
It really is.
And it's something that every IT professional and business decision maker needs to be thinking about.
Absolutely. We can't just throw AI at every problem without considering the risks.
So what are some of those risks, and how can we mitigate them?
Well, one major concern is data privacy.
Right. As AI agents become more sophisticated, they'll need access to increasingly large data sets to learn and improve.
But how do we guarantee that this data is handled ethically?
And responsibly? And how do we prevent unauthorized access or misuse?
Those are critical questions.
And it's not just about protecting data from outside threats either.
Right.
What about internal risks?
Exactly.
What if an AI agent makes a mistake?
Right.
Or is even intentionally manipulated to act in a harmful way?
That's a huge concern.
We need to have really robust security measures in place to prevent unauthorized access and manipulation.
And clear protocols for monitoring AI behavior and intervening if necessary.
It seems like data protection is becoming more complex than ever before.
It really is.
So is this a trend that Stonefly is aware of? Are they developing solutions specifically for these AI-driven challenges?
Oh, absolutely. Stonefly recognizes that the rise of AI presents both opportunities and challenges for data protection.
So they're staying ahead of the curve.
They are investing heavily in research and development to create solutions that meet these new needs.
Can you give us a little sneak peek at what they're working on? What kind of features or capabilities should we be looking for in a data protection solution that's ready for the AI era?
Well, one key area of focus is data security and access control.
Makes sense.
They're developing solutions that leverage advanced encryption and authentication technologies.
So even within the AI systems themselves?
Exactly. It's about creating layers of security.
And what about monitoring?
Also, critical, robust audit trails and monitoring capabilities so that you can track data access and identify any suspicious activity.
So it's about having a crystal clear understanding of your entire data ecosystem.
You got it.
This all sounds incredibly important, but I have to admit, it's a bit overwhelming.
I understand.
Where do we even begin?
It can feel daunting, but the good news is you don't have to figure it all out alone.
That's good to hear.
Stonefly has a team of experts who can assess your specific needs and develop a data protection strategy tailored to your organization.
So even if we're just starting to think about the implications of AI for data protection, Stonefly can be a valuable resource.
Absolutely. They can guide you through the entire process.
This is all really insightful, but before we go any further, let's take a step back and look at the competitive landscape. Is Salesforce the only player making big bets on AI? What are other tech giants like Microsoft and Google doing in this space?
Microsoft and Google are definitely in the game.
Yeah, I figured as much.
They're integrating AI into their existing platforms and, developing their own versions of AI agents.
So it's becoming a race to see who can offer the most powerful and versatile AI solutions.
It really is.
So for businesses that are looking to implement AI, it's a buyer's market.
In a way, yeah.
But how do you even begin to choose the right solution?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many options.
And the technology is evolving so rapidly, it can be tough.
That's where a partner like Stonefly can really make a difference, right?
Absolutely. They don't just offer solutions, they offer expertise.
Expertise, that's key.
They can help you navigate all the complexities of the AI landscape and make sure you're choosing the right tools for your specific needs.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like having a trusted guide in a world that's changing faster than ever.
Exactly. And Stonefly takes that holistic approach to data protection.
Holistic approach.
Yeah, they understand that it's not just about the technology, it's about having the right strategy.
The right infrastructure.
And the right expertise to make sure your data is safe and secure.
Speaking of strategy, let's talk about the practical implications of Salesforce's AI gamble.
Okay.
If they're successful, and Agentforce really does become this platform for every department,
Right.
what does that mean for data protection on a day-to-day basis?
Well, it means that data protection will need to be baked into every process, every system, every interaction.
So we're talking about a fundamental shift.
We need to move beyond that traditional model of just perimeter security
Okay.
and adopt a more dynamic and adaptive approach.
So it's not just about building walls around our data anymore.
Not at all.
We need to be thinking about security from the inside out.
Exactly. We
Yeah.
need to be thinking about data governance, access control, and monitoring at a much more granular level.
Much more granular.
We need to be able to track data flows, identify potential vulnerabilities, and respond to threats in real time.
And how can Stonefly Solutions help with all of this? Are there any specific features or capabilities that we should be looking for?
One key area is data visibility.
Data visibility.
Stonefly offers solutions that provide a centralized view of your entire data landscape.
Okay.
So you can see where your data is stored, who has access to it, and how it's being used.
So it's about having that clear understanding of your data ecosystem,
Absolutely. And it's also about being able to automate those security tasks.
such as.
Things like data encryption, access control, and threat detection.
So Stonefly Solutions can free up your IT team to focus on more strategic initiatives.
Exact.
That's really valuable, especially as data volumes just continue to grow.
And cyber threats become more sophisticated.
Absolutely. Now, another important consideration here is disaster recovery.
Oh, for sure.
As AI becomes more critical to business operations, the stakes of data loss become even higher.
Right. It's not just about protecting data from cyber attacks or human error.
It's about ensuring business continuity in the face of any disruption.
Exactly. And Stonefly offers a range of disaster recovery solutions, including backup and replication services.
So you can recover quickly from any outage and minimize downtime.
That's the goal.
This is all incredibly important, but let's be honest, not every organization has the resources or the expertise to implement such comprehensive data protection measures.
You're right, and that's why it's so important to partner with a company like Stonefly.
They can provide the guidance, the support, the solutions you need.
Regardless of your organization's size or technical capabilities.
So even if we're not a Fortune 500 company, we can still benefit from Stonefly's expertise.
Absolutely. They offer flexible solutions that can be scaled to meet the needs of any organization.
That's great to hear.
They can help you develop a data protection strategy that's both effective and affordable.
Now let's circle back to the potential risks of AI for a moment.
Okay.
We've talked about data privacy and security,
Right.
but there's another concern that's often overlooked, the risk of AI bias.
That's a critical point. If AI agents are trained on biased data,
They could perpetuate and even amplify existing societal biases.
it's a real concern.
So it's not just about protecting data from those technical threats.
It's about ensuring that AI is used ethically and responsibly.
We need to be mindful of the potential for AI bias and take steps to mitigate it,
Absolutely. That includes things like carefully curating the training data
monitoring AI behavior for any signs of bias.
and implementing mechanisms for human oversight and intervention,
This all ties back to the importance of human expertise and judgment.
even in a world that's becoming increasingly automated.
AI is a powerful tool, but it's not a silver bullet.
No, it's not.
It's essential to have human experts involved in the development, deployment, and monitoring of these AI systems.
To make sure they're aligned with our values and goals.
Now let's look beyond the technical aspects of data protection for a second and consider the wider implications of Salesforce's AI gamble.
Okay.
If they're successful, and AI truly does become as pervasive as they predict,
Right.
what kind of impact could this have on the workforce?
That's a complex question.
It is.
And there's no easy answer. Some experts predict that AI will lead to widespread job displacement.
As machines become capable of performing tasks that were once done by humans,
Exactly.
that's a valid concern and something that we need to be thinking about very carefully.
We do.
But are there also potential benefits to this?
Oh, there are.
Could AI create new opportunities or even enhance existing jobs?
Absolutely. AI has the potential to free up human workers from those repetitive or mundane tasks.
Allowing them to focus on more creative, strategic, and fulfilling work.
That's the hope.
So it's not necessarily a zero-sum game.
Not at all.
It's about finding the right balance between human and machine capabilities.
Exactly. Leveraging the strength of both to create a more efficient, productive, and innovative workforce.
And how can organizations prepare for this shift?
Well, one key is investment in training and education.
Training and education.
We need to equip workers with the skills they need to thrive in an AI-driven world.
What kind of skills are we talking about?
Well, not just technical skills, but also soft skills like critical thinking, problem-solving, communication. Those are essential.
So it's about upskilling and reskilling the workforce to meet the demands of the future.
Exactly. And it's also about fostering a culture of continuous learning and adaptation.
Continuous learning and adaptation, because the pace of technological change is only going to accelerate.
That's right. So it's essential that workers are able to learn new skills and adapt to new roles throughout their careers.
This all sounds very promising,
It is.
but it also raises some ethical considerations.
Of course.
How do we ensure that the benefits of AI are shared equitably?
And that no one is left behind in this transition.
That's a crucial question and one that we need to address proactively.
Absolutely. We need to ensure that access to AI education and training is fair and inclusive.
So it's about creating a level playing field so that everyone has the opportunity to benefit from this AI revolution.
That's the goal. And it's also about having those open and honest conversations about the potential impact of AI on society.
Working together to create a future where AI is used ethically and responsibly.
Exactly.
This has been a really insightful discussion.
It has.
But before we wrap up, let's take another moment to highlight our sponsor, Stonefly.
They've been a leader in data protection for years.
And they're clearly committed to helping businesses navigate these challenges and opportunities of the AI era.
Absolutely. Stonefly solutions are designed to provide that security, reliability, and scalability that businesses need to thrive in an increasingly data-driven world.
Can you give us a quick overview of some of their key products and services that are particularly relevant to our discussion today?
Sure, Stonefly offers a wide range of solutions, but some of the highlights include their enterprise-grade data storage systems, their robust backup and disaster recovery solutions, and their innovative hyper-converged infrastructure platforms.
And all of these solutions are built with AI in mind.
Absolutely. Stonefly's engineers are constantly innovating and developing new features and capabilities to meet the evolving needs of AI-powered businesses.
This is all really encouraging.
It is.
It sounds like Stonefly is well positioned to help businesses navigate the complexities of data protection in this age of AI.
I completely agree. They have the expertise, the technology, and the commitment to help organizations of all sizes protect their most valuable asset, their data.
This has been a fantastic deep dive into Salesforce's AI gamble and the wider implications of AI for data protection.
It really has.
We've covered a lot of ground, but there's always more to learn and explore. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what are some of the key takeaways our listeners can apply to their own organizations?
I think the biggest one is that data protection is changing fast, really fast.
Things are moving quickly.
The rise of AI,
Yeah.
it's creating a ton of opportunities, but also new challenges we need to be ready to adapt.
And invest in the right solutions to keep our data secure.
Absolutely. and to make sure we're using AI ethically and responsibly.
It really feels like we're entering a new era of data protection.
It does. Those traditional approaches, they're just not enough anymore.
We need to be thinking more holistically,
Not just about the technical side of things.
but the human and ethical dimensions too.
Right, and that's where partnering with a company like Stonefly is so crucial.
They're at the forefront of this evolution.
They really are.
And speaking of Stonefly, I've been so impressed with their commitment to innovation.
I agree, they're not just reacting to these changes.
They're actively shaping the future of data protection.
Investing in research and development, collaborating with industry leaders, they're pushing the boundaries.
It's that kind of forward thinking that gives me confidence that we can navigate all of this.
Me too. We have the tools, we have the expertise, we have the will to create a future where data is both secure and empowering.
So for our listeners who might be feeling a bit overwhelmed by all of this, what's the one piece of advice you'd give them? Where should they start?
Start by talking to people, have conversations with your colleagues, with your vendors, with experts in the field. The more you understand the impact of AI on data protection, the better decisions you'll be able to make.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
Exactly. There are resources available, like Stonefly's team of experts. They can guide you through this.
This has been such an insightful deep dive.
It really has.
We've covered a lot, but I feel like we've only scratched the surface.
I agree. The future of data protection, it's still being written, and we all have a part to play in shaping it.
A huge thank you to Stonefly for sponsoring this deep dive and for their dedication to empowering businesses with innovative data solutions.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing those boundaries.
Until next time, this is The Deep Dive signing off.